Bank, Subways of West Tennessee, Frank Cochran for governor, and Middle Tennessee State University. Charlie Mitchell will be our halftime guest, former coach at Pickett County and principal at Pickett County High School, and Bill Haney will have him at halftime. All right. It will be Sutton for Adamsville. Adamsville wearing the shorts with the white jerseys, with the white trim and the red numeral. The tip is controlled by Summertown. Very quickly, left wing shot put up by Burleson. No. Rebound back up. No, it's no good. And now we've got Adamsville coming down with the rebound. Coming out of there with it that time was B.J. Sharon. Across the timeline is Matt Beaver, a 6'6 junior. He plays guard. Very tall team is Adamsville. We'll acknowledge that for you in just a second. I think you got a picture of that as they brought you the starting lineup. And now the ball is knocked out of bounds. It goes off Adamsville, and it belongs to Summertown. Summertown and Adamsville both will play the man-to-man, and boy, Coach G across the way is very animated as he shouts out instruction. Looks like Adamsville's in a 2-3 zone. Adamsville coming into the game, 11 of the 13 players, folks, are 6'2 or taller. They have 3 starters, Nelson, 6'5 or more. On the left wing, here's Burleson, the All-State performer. Now he moves out top of the key. On the left wing, working with it is Riggs. A 2-3 zone again by Adamsville. Very big and tall guards they have. Right baseline, maybe walking with the ball, getting away with it. But it's stripped away, and now it's put up, and it's no good this time by the Summertown ball club. Putting it up with Jeremy Aaron, and on the deflection the other way will be Sutton. Alonzo Sutton, right wing. He is stripped away with the ball, it is, and he's fouled. Let's see who got it. Summertown picks up the foul. We are in a scoreless battle here. We played 60 seconds
foul
of this game.
44, John Campbell.
The foul will be on Campbell. That is his first foul of the game. Inbound it will be Adamsville along the end line. To get it in, way out front is Hoover. He flips it out there. Working with it now is Brooks. Brooks, stop, pop to the paint. This went right in, really a touch, folks. To be honest with you, and it's 2-0 just like that. The Cardinals take their first lead. They won this tournament last year. Here's the Cardinals with a 2-2-1. Really token pressure as they back out. And here's Burleson, the All-State performer, working between the circles. Burleson, we understand, a great penetrator and a great outside shooter. They give him the shot outside. He doesn't take it. Gets the pick, moves in, can't shoot. Left baseline, working with it is Riggs over there. They go in the paint. Here is Aaron stopping, popping. High window, got it.
Timothy Aaron
Puts it up and in. We're tied at 2. And Summertown comes back and they strike. And here they go with, looks like they've got Riggs face up. As they've got him out there in the corner anyway with Seth Massey. Everybody else, well, they've gone to the man-to-man. It's actually what they're in. Here's Massey, works left wing. They try to go down low to Sutton. It's knocked away, stolen. Burleson comes out of there with it. Burleson, front court pass. A great catch and running under, putting it up and missed it. Oh, boy, John Hughes had it to go down, and it would not stay. And now we've got walking in Adamsville as they come up with a loose deflection. Adamsville, that's Massey walking with the ball. Boy, oh, boy, Hughes had it down the cylinder. Josh Hughes, that is. I think we said John, but he had it to go down the cylinder, but it wouldn't go in. We remain tied at 2 with 6:02 left in this first quarter. They get it in the corner, they do, to Burleson. Out front with it is Hughes. Hughes over to Riggs. Riggs moving in. Little 8-footer up. Yes! They took a high. Riggs got it. And we're tied, and now it's 4-2 actually. Summertown has come back and scored 4 unanswered points. 5:45 of the first stanza. Working with it, Massey on the right wing. Lobs down in the paint to Sutton. Wheeling, dealing, turnaround, Jay, no. Out of there it comes, and the rebound is controlled by Hughes. And he and Sutton fight for it, and it goes out of bounds. They'll give it to Adamsville, saying that Hughes touched it when he was on the end line. Well, both teams out of the gate a little nervously here. Both having trouble finding the bucket thus far. They get it into Massey. Massey back on the left wing, working with it out there now. Here is running in is Brooks. Brooks had it stripped away, gets it back. Now it's stolen. It's knocked out of there. Riggs comes up with it. He works the other way. Did not have the numbers, so very wisely holds up. Had the 3, didn't take it. Here's Burleson, 3 from the corner. Front rim, no. They fight for it. Big Sutton gets the rebound. Adamsville, in all likelihood, should and probably will control the boards. Here's Massey, long 3. It's no good. Rebound is controlled by Summertown. Working with it is Burleson. It's 4-2. The Eagles lead by 2 with the ball. Working in the front court. Burleson works between the circles. On the right wing, here's Riggs with it. Back out to Burleson. 2-3 zone again by Adamsville. Burleson, great defense, can't shoot. Massey played the sticky D. Here's Aaron stopping and popping in the paint. Back rim, no. Gets his own rebound, turns, fires, yes. Aaron, and it's 6-2 Summertown with their biggest lead of the game. As they've come right back here now and scored 6 unanswered points. Down to 4:40 left of the first stanza. Adamsville the other way, working with it is B.J. Sharon, left of the key, can't shoot. Great defense by Summertown. They play that sticky man-to-man. Here's the pass. Massey threw it away. Coming up with it that time is Aaron. The other way is Burleson. Burleson works left wing, offensive court. Unable to go anywhere, looks inside, nothing there. Out to Riggs between the circles. 4:20 left here in this first stanza. 6-2 Summertown. They've scored 6 unanswered points after dropping behind 2-0. Burleson's got the three. He puts up the three. Front rim, no. Rebound control this time by Preston Brooks of Adamsville. Now they'll slow it up in the backcourt. Working with it is Matt Hoover. Hoover is a 6'6 junior, averaging 14 points and 10 rebounds per game. That's pretty good for a guard, too, folks. Here's Hoover working between the circles, moves in, had it stripped away, knocked away. Great defense. It hits the bottom of the bucket as it was deflected, and Adamsville turns it over. The other way is Burleson. 3:50 in the first quarter. Burleson for Summertown. The Eagles down low. Moving in, trying to shoot the ball this time is Aaron, but he's hacked and fouled, I think, before the shot. Turnovers thus far, Adamsville has 2. Summertown has 1 rebound thus far. It's all Adamsville. They have out-rebounded Summertown 9-1. They are a very big team. Here's Burleson. Got it! Burleson on the
Jason Burleson for 3. Timeout, Adamsville.
Timeout. It's 9-2 Summertown. We take a network break. We'll be back right after this on the TSSAA Radio State Basketball Network. Shooting the eyes out of it the last couple trips down. Here's the full court pressure by Summertown. It's Massey with it in the front court. Works out to Preston Brooks, left baseline. Brooks moves in. That's a foul, no doubt about that. As moving in that time was Brooks, and trying to cut off the baseline was Jeremy Aaron. Aaron is a 6'3 senior, has 4 points thus far of the game. He picks up his first foul of the contest. Second team foul on Summertown, and it's 9-2. To inbound it, Hoover lobs it into Sutton. They've done a great job on Sutton. Now here's the pass to Brooks, stopping, popping in the front, in the paint, hits the front rim, comes out. Burleson the other way. Burleson very quickly. Riggs wide open, running under, put it up, no. Rebound, Aaron, back up, block, but he's been fouled. Well, Jeremy Aaron, who's done a great job against the big trees of Adamsville down low, coming up with a rebound that time, went to go back up. He was hacked and fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
Preston Brooks.
The foul is on Brooks. That is his first. Second team foul until the line will be Jeremy Aaron. 6'3 senior, averaging 14.
2 times.
With 3:23 in the first. McCulley and Nelson Smothering with you this afternoon. Jeremy Aaron put it up, put it in. Nelson doesn't know that I left here last Sunday, and 3 hours later was 7 rows behind the Kentucky Wildcat bench. I was worn out Sunday night. Couldn't get enough basketball last week. Here we are again this week. Aaron knocks them both home. It's 11-2. 11 unanswered points thus far by Summertown after they fell behind 2-0. This is not the kind of start Joe North wanted. Hoover works between the circles. The big Sutton almost walks in the right wing. Lobs down to Hoover. Hoover with a great height advantage. Puts it up. Puts it in. Hoover took the guard down low that time. And he got it. It's 11-4. Well, that broke the 11-point unanswered run that Summertown had enjoyed there. Here's Riggs the other way. Works out to Burleson. Moves in from 16 feet. Yes, they caught in. It hit the front rim, put it off to the side, but then went in. He's got 5, and it's 13-4. Adamsville trying to shake off some shooting doldrums here and climb their way back in this one. Hoover the other way. Here's Preston Brooks, left wing. No. Rebound, little guy on the court. Riggs. Outlet pass, Burleson. Burleson the other way with 2.5 left in the first stanza. 13-4 your score. Riggs works between the circles. Riggs out there on the right wing. They move inside. Stopping, popping, putting it up. No. Gets it back, puts it back up and in. And on the stick that time is John Campbell. And Campbell puts it up and in. He stayed with it. And it's 15-4.
John Campbell with
the other way is Adamsville. They have clearly dominated the boards, although that's evened up a little bit. But they are just not shooting the ball very well at all. Here's Sutton down low, stopping, popping, yes. Sutton saw touch that time, and the big 6'6 senior put it in, his first points of the game, and it's 15-6. The other way will be Burleson. Works left wing. Summertown working to my right as we work side midcourt. Bad pass. Knocked out of there. Hoover steals it. Matt Hoover the other way. Matt Hoover all wide. Want to move in the paint. Missed it though. Little hesitation finger roll, but it wouldn't go in. Jeremy Aaron rebounds for Summertown. The other way, Burleson. It's 15-4 with 1:35 in the first. Burleson the other way to Riggs. Riggs looks inside, nothing there. Moves in, left baseline. Jay, it's blocked. I think Massey actually got a hand on it. Hoover comes up with it. Hoover right in front of us, big Matt Hoover. He's a big kid. Plays that guard position. To Brooks, back to Hoover. Hoover moves in, unable to shoot. Out to Massey, coming down for three. No. They are ice cold from the outside. They being Adamsville. And the other way will be the Eagles. So it's a matchup for the Birds, the Eagles and the Cardinals. Who will fly higher here? Burleson, a long-range three, rims. No. Rebound Sutton. He did a little look off that time as he looked to the left like he's going to pass the ball and then pull up from about 22 feet, but it wouldn't go in. Under a minute, 15-6. Adamsville down 9. Here's the lob down low to Sutton. Sutton falls out of bounds with the ball. Great defense that time by John Campbell, who's 6'1". Sutton is 6'6", giving up 5 inches, but did a great job denying the entry pass, and Sutton had nothing else to do other than fall out of bounds with the ball. Here's the 2-1. Actually, it's a 2-2-1 that time. The other way, Jeremy Aaron from 14 feet. Sutton blocks it, but it's gathered back in by Summertown, putting it up and in on the stick that time is Josh Hughes. They stayed right with it. Didn't panic at all. His teammate had it blocked. He knocked it home. It's 17-6 with 35 seconds left in the first stanza. Here's Hoover the other way. Adamsville's going to get hot, folks. They're a very good ball club. They shoot over 50% from the field. Left baseline, Jay putting the shot up. I think we may even have the foul before the shot. Putting it up that time was Preston Brooks. Let's see who the foul is on. 25.4 seconds left in this first stanza. Adamsville substitution coming into the game. Let's see who comes out. It will be Massey coming out. Joe will play about 8 or 9 people. And we have in the game, they never did tell us who the foul was on, did they? Foul was on, we'll wait and see. To the line.
Correction, Summertown foul number 30, Jeremy Aaron.
They called it on Aaron. That's his second, Nelson. That's a pretty big one. To the line will be Preston Brooks. He's a 6'4" senior. Brooks averages almost 13 points per game, 5 rebounds per contest. His team down 17-6. Here's the shot, front rim, no. Boy, Adamsville not shooting the ball very well at all. I saw them in sub-state action last year against Trenton Peabody, and they shot the ball like an NBA team. They're a great shooting team, but off to the slow start here. The next one up by Brooks is there. He gets 1 of 2, and it's 17-7. I saw him against Trenton Peabody in sub-state last year, and they couldn't miss. Here's Burleson, had it knocked away. It's reached in. Here's Brooks coming up with it. Brooks the other way with 18 seconds to Hoover. Left baseline, Jay. The shot up, no. Adamsville had a clear run out that time, and Chad Wyatt missed it. It's 17-7. Rebound Summertown. Burleson in the backcourt. The other way was 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3. Burleson, they have it knocked away. Coming up with it is Hughes. He'll throw one up at the buzzer, very short. And we're
after 1 quarter, Summertown 17, Adamsville 7.
A 1-minute local break, and back for the second quarter of the TSSAA Radio State Basketball Network.
Possession to start the second quarter.
We're back with you, Dave McCulley and Nelson Smotherman from the state tournament in Murfreesboro. We begin this second stanza. Adamsville working to our left, 17-7. They're down by 10. Hoover had it knocked away. Adamsville looks very tight as this game begins. Here's Massey, long 3, no. Alonzo Sutton rebounds, lost it. It's knocked away. Coming up with it, though, is Adamsville. Turning, firing in the paint this time is the big guy. Putting up that time was B.J. Sherrod. It wouldn't go in, but he's been hacked and fouled. Bill Henny and I just talking. Bill's seen more basketball than I could
Summertown foul on 52, Robert Jones, his first. Teams 4.
Everything they're doing.
At the line for Adamsville, number 44, B.J. Sherrod. 2 shots.
Rebounded Summertown here in this game thus far. Actually, Summertown, though, has come back now, and it's tied up at 11 in that category. To the line will be Sherrod. Puts it up. It rolled in. He has his first point of the encounter, and it's 17-8. Again to the line will be, this time, Sharon. No. Rebound, no. Hoover turns, fires. He's hacked and fouled by Hughes, number 42, Nelson. And Hughes just flat out beat along the baseline that time. And Sharon missed the shot.
Summertown foul 42, Josh Hughes.
This is a guard, 6'6" junior, averaging 14 points and 10 rebounds. He plays some college basketball, those kind
Matt
of things.
Hoover at the line for the Cardinals.
And he's only a
two
junior.
times.
Hoover will shoot 2. First one is up, got it. Sometimes it's free throws that will get a team uncranked offensively, and that may be the case here, as it's 17-9. Adamsville, I have them 3 of 5 in the line, now 3 of 6 as Hoover misses. Rebound is controlled by John Campbell of Summertown. The other way will work Burleson across the timeline. The All-State performer. He's a good one, averaging 24 points per game. He has 5 thus far in this one. It's 17-9. The other way will be in the corner working with it over there is Haddock, who's in the game. Haddock knocked away. It's deflected. Touch last by Adamsville. Good defense by Massey. Riggs is back in the game. Aaron is back in the game. And Burleson will go out for the rest. And
number 30, Jeremy Aaron.
Getting some reserves in, trying to keep the troops fresh. Both of these teams will play 8, 9, 10 men. They don't mind going to the bench. But it's the big guns who keep them in. Massey for Adamsville and Burleson, for example, for Summertown. Working with it, right wing this time is Haddock again. Flips it out front to Little Riggs. Left wing pass to Hughes, nothing there. Back out front this time to Haddock, to Riggs. They look inside. Adamsville back in that 2-3 zone, knocked away, stolen. There's Hoover with another steal. He's got those long arms. He comes across the timeline, great pass, working in his Brooks. He walked. Actually double dribble. Went up with it, Nelson, and then came back down with it. You can't do that. 6:43. 17-9 as both teams now going a little stale offensively. Here's Adamsville in a 2-2-1 full-court press. Riggs, though, good pass this time to Haddock. He'll move in. Great pass down low this time, and knocking it away off his own feet is Robert Jones. He won't run a better break than they did against a 2-2-1, but Jones dropped the ball out of bounds. Actually just kicked it off his foot. The turnover against Summertown, which is now their, 5th of the game. Meanwhile, Adamsville has 3. Adamsville, Hoover the other way. Cross-court pass deflected away, knocked away that time by Haddock. Actually touching it last was Hughes for Summertown. 6:25 in his first half, 17-9. Stay with us at halftime. Bill Haney with an exciting guest. He'll have Charlie Mitchell, former coach at Pickett County, now the principal down there. He'll be our guest. Here's Massey, long 3. We'll get hot,
Set Massey for 3.
The average is 18. That's his first points of the day, and it's 17-12. And the other way will work. Haddock. Burleson about to come back to the game. You sort of thought that he probably would. Here's Riggs in the left wing. Massey extends the defense in the 2-3. Working with it is Hughes. Right baseline J. Little semi-hook. No. Sutton had the rebound, lost it. Sutton looks very, very tight. And now we've got what? Sutton on the foul. Sutton looks very nervous out there, to be honest with you. He's an
Adamsville foul at 34. Alonzo Sutton is first. Team's third.
Played last year.
Returning for Summertown, number 14, Jason Burleson, and number 44, John Campbell.
Out of the game will be Haddock. Also out will be Jones, Campbell back in, and Burleson back in for Summertown. They lead 17-12. They've led by as many as 11 in this game. They trailed only once at 2-0. Riggs on the right wing. Good pass to Aaron in the paint. What do we have? We've got a whistle down low, and it may be someone holding Aaron before he moved in. We'll wait and see. Donna Felling, the young lady from
foul number 42, Preston Brooks, his second, team's 4.
It is. Number 2 on Brooks, number 4 on the team.
Adamsville, number 20, Chad Wyatt.
Adamsville this time will be Brooks. And we'll see who came in for him. Wyatt is back in the game. Here's Burleson on the right wing. Now balances the floor, works between the circles. 5:40 left in the first half. They lead once at 11, down to 5. Sutton kicks the ball out of bounds. In that first quarter, Adamsville 33.3%, 3 of 9. Summertown 7 of 18, 38.8. Neither team shooting a lot, or very well, I should say, but Summertown had a lot more shots than Adamsville did. That's a big factor. They had 9 more shots than Adamsville. Here's Burleson, works between the circles, 5:25. Little Riggs moves in, can't shoot, out to Burleson. Burleson moves in, back to Riggs, left baseline J, in the air, coming down. No, they fight for it. I think we may have over the back someone, and it may be, no, maybe Aaron. If it's Aaron, it's number 3. Oh my, that would be a huge one on Summertown. Let's wait and see.
Summertown foul at 42.
No. It is actually on
Josh Hughes is first,
Hughes.
team 6.
Well, I tell you what, Aaron was there, Nelson, and they could have very easily caught it on him. 5:17 left here. Here's Massey in the backcourt. Massey to Hoover. He fumbled it away. That was not a bad pass either. Big Matt just could not collect it. The other way will be Burleson. We approach the 5-minute mark. Burleson works between the circles. Burleson, long 3. Got it. He's an all-state performer. He's got 8.
Jason Burleson for 3.
Well, not a big, huge bucket for Summertown. Joe North across the way shouting out instructions. Joe is a very fine coach. Formerly over at Crockett County, led the Cavaliers to a sub-state game against Treadwell the year that Anthony Hardaway was there. That was also the year that Hardaway had to sit out. He's having some academic problems that particular time. Of course, we know now the rest of the story. Here's the turnaround J, stopping, popping, no. Here's the tip, no. Tip again, Hoover, no. Hoover back up, no. Tip again, no. The height advantage of Adamsville really paying dividends, and now we've got a clear blocking foul that time as Hoover moved back in. Hoover and Aaron talking about it a little bit. The two number 30s chatting a little bit about it.
Summertown foul on 42, Josh Hughes, his third.
On Hughes.
And for the Eagles, number 32, Scott
They say number 3. I had him with 2. We'll wait and see what Nelson had him. If they call it on him, I think it's number 3, or is that number 2? I think they said number 3. Number 2, Nelson tells me.
I'm going with Nelson. Adamsville.
It is number 3, Nelson tells me.
And for the Cardinals, number 20, Chad Wyatt.
Wyatt in the game. Coming out will be for Adamsville. Preston Brooks to the line will be Hoover. Matt Hoover's been there twice today. He's hit 1. He's 1 of 2 and has 3 points in the game. His team down by 8. Here's the shot up. It is there. Hoover now has 4, and it's 20-13. So Adamsville trying to shake off this poor shooting. When we saw the West Tennessee teams come up last week in girls play, and they really did not shoot the ball very well at all. Here's Hoover up. It is there. 20-14 your score. 6-point deficit. The Cardinals playing the 2-2-1-4 court press. Here's Burleson the other way. Burleson, you can just tell, a very heady player, very smart and intelligent kind of player. Working with it, Haddock is back in the game to Burleson. Burleson moves in, nothing there. Aaron has it. Aaron, great pass down low. Faking, double pumping, putting it up and in. And on the shot that time, John Campbell got it. Well, he did a great job. There were 3 Cardinals down there around him, but he just put up a couple of good head fakes and nailed it in. Here's Massey, deep right corner. Massey's a great player. What do we have? Holding. It appears that it's on. We'll wait and see.
Summertown foul on 32, Scott Haddock, his first.
And with 3:55 left here, the Cardinals are at the line because
Seth Massey at the line for the Cardinals.
Summertown's over the limit. Massey, a
1 point
shooter, only has 3 in the game. He averages 18 points, 5 assists. Put it up? No. Massey couldn't get it. And Adamsville not clicking from the line or the field here thus far. It remains 22-14. Free throws will keep you in games, and free throws will kill you in some games. Working with it, left wing offensive court. Burleson to Aaron, to Riggs, to Burleson. 3:35 in the first half. Haddock right wing looks inside to Aaron, nothing there. Aaron and his teammate, Bo Campbell, at the double high post. Burleson with it, Burleson moving in. Sutton comes out, plays the good D. Alonzo will settle down. He's a great player, but he's off to the slow start in this one. The ball is knocked away by Hoover. Bad pass. Wyatt went in and stole that pass. It was actually the double team, though, of Hoover and B.J. Sharon that set up that turnover. The other way will be Hoover. 3:10 left here in this first half. 22-14. Adamsville here is down by the big margin. Here's Massey.
Massey for 3.
Almost identical to the other one. And it's back to a 5-point lead, 22-17, with 2:55 left here in this first half. Burleson on the left wing to Riggs. Riggs had the 3, didn't take it to Burleson. He'll gun the 3, up front rim, no. Rebound, Seth Massey of Adamsville. Massey the other way. Massey works in, can't shoot, lobs it down low to Sutton. Sutton moves in, charge on Sutton. He can't believe the call. Joe is not a happy trooper across the way either.
Adamsville foul at 34. Alonzo Sutton is second.
I could really tell, but
team's fifth.
What I could see through the bodies, it looked like they didn't give him room to come down. I get paid to broadcast, not officiate. 22-17, 2:37 left. Here's Haddock in the front court. Gets it back from Campbell, who did a good job going out to help him out. Burleson on the right wing. 2:25 left here now in this first half. The lead once at 11, down to 5. Adamsville's only led it 1 time, 2-0. Working with it, Burleson. Burleson now will balance the floor, works between the circles. Over to Riggs, back to Burleson. In the corner to Haddock. Haddock looks inside, nothing there. Out to Burleson. 2:08, 2:07. Here's Haddock working with it. Being very patient. They flash it into Aaron. Aaron, left-handed layup, missed it. Rebound, though, is controlled by Summertown. Working with it, almost walking with it that time. But they go out to Burleson. Burleson over to Haddock, right baseline. He drops it. And Hoover comes up with it. Boy, Summertown had 2 or 3 chances, but couldn't control it down low. Massey from deep outside.
Seth Massey for 3.
28-30 feet. Oh, my. 22 to 20. He just pulled up on a dime and shot it. It looked like 30 feet, wasn't it? Here's Aaron. Aaron moving in, stopping, popping, rimming, no. Rebound, control by Haddock, and Sutton ducks it. Nothing intentional there, but big Alonzo just came down, and the little guy, Haddock, was right under him, and Alonzo came right down on top of him.
Adamsville foul at 34. Alonzo Sutton is third.
Oh, actually, number 3. We missed
Team
one.
6.
I missed it. Nelson didn't. And that's a 16th foul, so still not over the limit as Adamsville.
In for Adamsville, number 54, Tony Eagle. For Summertown, number 52,
But they don't miss a thing. Body
Robert
wise,
Jones.
Tony Eagle comes in. He's a Charles Barkley lookalike. He's got the upper torso. That kid's been on the weights. A minute 20 left in this first half. Summertown by 2. They once led by 11. Here's the shot down low. Putting up Campbell. No, whistle foul at Adamsville. Well, Sutton has 3 now for Adamsville. Meanwhile, 3 by Hughes, the big 6'4"
Cardinal foul
senior
number
for
30,
Summertown. So 2 of the big guys in this game are in foul
Team
trouble.
7.
17
John
foul.
Campbell at the line for Summertown.
Nelson. All right, it will be to the line.
In for Adamsville with 34, Alonzo
Back in
Sutton.
the game, I'm a little surprised by that. They bring him in, I guess, offensive move there, but with 1:19 in the first half, Coach North elected to put him back in the game. Here's the free throw. It is up, it is there by John Campbell. Earlier today, Oneida was way down when I arrived, and Mr. Haney and Mr. Smugman had that game for you. They came back and won 68-65. Here's the next shot. It is up, it is there. John Campbell got them both to drop in. The next one, or the last one, wasn't very clean, but the end result, it went in. Wyatt, deep right corner. Massey working with it over there. Massey hit a 30-footer a moment ago and exploded with his team and his crowd here. This explosion offensively. There he is, left wing. There's the 3 coming down. Got it. He can shoot the eyes out of it, folks. I've seen the youngster before. He has
Seth Massey for 3.
24-23 with 52 seconds left here in this first stanza. In this actual first half. Here's Riggs with it the other way with 45 seconds, a 1-point game. Burleson on the left wing. Burleson moves in, unable to shoot. Good defense that time by Wyatt. They move in, they bounce it down low, this time to Jones. It's knocked away, but Haddock coming up with it. Down to 30 seconds in the first half. 24-23. Local stations along the network. The 2-minute break will be yours immediately after the conclusion of this first half. 24 seconds, 23, 22. Burleson works between the circles. Over to Haddock, 19 seconds, 18, 17. Here's Burleson working between the circles out there. Wyatt went for the steal, didn't get it for Haddock. They go to Burleson, deep left wing. Here's the long J, front row no, gets his own rebound. Moves back in, will turn, scoop it up, no. Rebound is controlled by Adamsville with 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. Here's Massey throwing it up. It almost went in.
Summertown 24, Adamsville 23.
Adamsville 53. Stay with us, a 2-minute local break and back from the state.
Fans, don't forget concession stands open in the track level featuring ice cold Pepsi-Cola, juicy.
They've got Hoover now, and Burleson wherever he goes. Here's the bad pass. Burleson throwing it away. Joe North has made some very good adjustments here, and at halftime, it's paid dividends early here. Working with it across the timeline is Brooks. Brooks working with it to Hoover. Hoover between the circles. 6:38 left. 26-24. Adamsville by 2. Here's Sutton. Right wing pass Hoover. Had it knocked away. Burleson, great defense. It's knocked out of bounds, and it belongs to Adamsville. Coach North up across the way. Joe, a very fine coach, and has done some good adjustments here, it appears, at halftime, changing up the defense a little bit as they've tried to shut Burleson down, it appears. Hoover looking barely. He did not get it in. That's 5 seconds. Oh, I had already uttered the word barely, Nelson, and it was a 5-second count. Great denial defense that time by Summertown. It is Sutton, Brooks, Hoover, Massey, and Sharon for Adamsville. Well, let's see. Brooks is picking up Burleson now, and everyone else is back in the zone. Looks like a box and one. Let's see what that is. Here's Riggs, left wing. They give him the shot. He takes the shot. He misses. Rebound, Hoover. Well, they're giving Riggs all the shots he wants. It's Burleson. They don't want shooting the ball. Here's the ball knocked away. Burleson coming up with a steal. A turnover against Adamsville. And the Cardinals commit another. The other way now. Here's Summertown losing it. But now coming back with it is Summertown. The Eagles put it up. It's no good. Turnaround J that time by Jones down low, and he couldn't get it to drop. The other way will be Hoover. Hoover across the timeline, guarded by Riggs. Looks inside. There's Sutton wide open. Breaks open. Puts it up in. Great pass, Hoover. And Sutton has it, and that's the biggest lead of this game. 28-24. Adamsville by 4. 2-2-1-4 court press, and finally the Eagles. Big Coach McBee wants a timeout. We call a timeout as well. A network break. We'll be right back right after this on the TSSAA Radio State Basketball Network. appreciate Frank Cochran for governor, along with our other network sponsors, making TSSAA radio basketball possible for you. Here is Summertown throwing it away. Massey comes up with it. Another turnover on the Eagles. Cross-court pass to Wyatt is in the game. It has been a 15-4 run by Adamsville that has given them this lead. The other way, Hoover down low. Here's the spin-around move, and they lost the ball down there. The big guy was losing the ball that time. Eagle. The other way, here's the shot put up. No, blocked. The ball is ricocheted out of there, and Riggs comes up with it. Well, coming up with it that time, as we said, it was Little Riggs. They double-team Burleson. They really shut him down here. Riggs on the right wing, working with it over there is Hughes. They go inside, it's knocked away. Wyatt comes over with a great save. Great save, Riggs. Here's Burleson in the paint, stopping, popping, back rim, no. Rebound is controlled by Hoover. Outlet pass. On the run out the other way is Sharon. Sharon can't shoot. Out to Massey. Here's the three, coming down again. Got it! He's got 6 threes in this game. He is the most impressive out there. 18 points in the game for Massey, and it's 31-24, and just like that, it's been an explosion here by the Cardinals that has propelled them now to a 7-point lead. The other way is Burleson. Adamsville doing a great job on him defensively. They look in the corner, nothing there. Out to Burleson, left of the wing. Gets the pick, now moves left baseline. Bad pass, threw it away. Coming up with it is Wyatt. I think that time it was Eagle who got a hand on it. The other way will be Hoover. It's 31-24. We're not yet at the halfway point of this third stanza, although we approached that mark, and now bang, we are there. Here's Sharon being held out front. Back of the game, Brooks and Sutton about to come back in. Well, it's now been a run. At one time in this game, it was 20-12. So it has been a big run here now. A 19-4 run that has propelled Adamsville to this lead, 31-24 with 4:01 left. Here is Hoover on the left wing. Hoover, they lob it down low to Sutton, wide open. No, Haxton foul, and look who got him. I think down there is John Campbell. And now the size of Adamsville, once they got that shooting touch going, the size really paid dividends as well. And you see the complexity of this game totally turned. It was Adamsville back on their feet earlier in the game, and it was Summertown with all the confidence and the smiles. And now it's really turned as Adamsville has all the momentum. Sutton to the line, Big Alonzo. 6'6" senior, averaging 19 and a half, and he looked like Andre Riddick that time. He barely drew the front rim. He remains 31-24 with 3:56. So the momentum turned right before halftime. That 11-4 run that put Adamsville within 1. Here's the shot up by Sutton, no good again. Rebound Aaron. Well, Burleson the other way, the all-state performer. He'll have to lead them back as Summertown is down by 7 with 3:48. Burleson works between the circles, can't shoot. They play the good D on him. Here's Haddock out there. Back to Burleson, right of the key. Burleson moving in, across the key. Burleson can't shoot. Boy, Adamsville doing a great job with their perimeter defense, especially against Burleson. He moves in, can't shoot. Back to Riggs in the corner. Look at Sutton come out there and play the big D. Burleson with it. Burleson stops from 15 feet. Yes, they went in. They hit the front ground and then took a high height. And Jason Burleson has 10 down. It's 31-26. But that was a good defensive stand by Adamsville. The other way is Hoover. Had it knocked away. But coming up with it is B.J. Sharon. In the corner to Massey. Coming down again. This time, no. Proving he's a mere mortal among us. He finally missed one. Out to Brooks to Hoover. And they throw it away. That time, Hoover threw it about 5 feet over the outstretched arms of one Seth Massey. Coach North talking to Big Matt about it. Matt saying, yes, sir. And Coach North really upset with that turnover. On Adamsville now, turnover in this game, number 8. Summertown's committed 10. The other way is Burleson. Burleson, the long three, it's deflected, blocked. It hit Sutton right in the backside. Now it's picked up by Sutton, and now we've got a reach-in foul on Riggs, it appears. Well, Sutton, right place, right time more than anything else. He thought the shot was going to be on the board. He was going to go up for the rebound. Sutton has not had a great game here. He's only scored 4 points and has appeared to be a little out of sync. But that time, turned around and there with the ball. Here's Preston. Brooks. Brooks the other way. Brooks leans in. Scoop, no. Rebound Sutton, no, he lost it. Aaron out fighting him for it. The other way will be Burleson. It remains 31-26 with 2:39 left. Haddock down low. They punch it inside to Aaron. Wheeling, dealing. Got it.
Jeremy Aaron.
Got it to go in. That's his first point since the first quarter. And just like that, here comes Summertown. They're only down by 3. Four-court man-to-man press by Summertown, but Hoover will have no problems with that. He's a great ball handler, and he's 6'6". He works across the timeline, loses it, gets it back. Angles in on the left with a dribble. In the corner, working with it is Massey. Yes! Massey hit another 3. Unbelievable. He now has 3 threes in the quarter. In the game, 21 points, all as a result of threes. It's 34-28. Here's Aaron. Scoop. Yes. And it counts. And he's fouled. Got it to go in. Joe turns around and looks at the bench. He's going to bring Wyatt in the game. He was not happy about it. Three that time. It's 44-30, and Sutton has picked up his 4th foul. I think Alonzo's a great player, and I've seen him before, and he's an outstanding player, but he just is out of sync in this game, and he'll have the task of walking right by Coach Joe North. Aaron to the line. He has 10. He's 2 of 2 from the line. And he'll try to gun this one up. It is up. It is there. Well, Aaron, with 5 points in the quarter, is keeping them in the contest. Adamsville the ball with a 3-point lead. 1:50 left. Across the timeline is Hoover. Hoover works between the circles. On the left wing, working with it over there is Campbell. Or, excuse me, that was actually Sharon. They go down low. Nothing there. Bad pass. Throwing it away with Wyatt. Picked off that time by Campbell. In the backcourt, here's Riggs with it. 34-31, 1:38. Well, it was the ball knocked out of bounds by Massey. Well, where would Adamsville be today without Massey? He has 7 threes in the game, 21 points. His team is up by 3. They were down by 11. They've led by as many as 7, Adamsville has. Here's Burleson. They've done an outstanding job on him to Riggs. Down low to Aaron. Lost it, gets it back, puts it up, strip away, blocked away, out of bounds. And they'll give it to Summertown, saying that Adamsville touched it last. Sutton's on the bench for Ford. And we'll not see him again, I would imagine, to about midway of this final, or to the final frame. We're in the 3rd at the moment. Burleson out to Haddock. Haddock moves in, wide open, doesn't shoot. Out to Riggs. Riggs fakes, good punch pass into Aaron. He'll turn, he'll fire, yeah. Aaron is single-handedly keeping him in the game, although that was a great pass by Haddock. It's 34-33. So the 7-point lead is down to 1 now. The other way will be Hoover. Hoover on the left wing. Coming up with it is Sharon. Sharon, cross-court pass, bad pass. Riggs picks it off. Here's Riggs the other way. Riggs will run under, left-handed layup. It is there. Riggs has given Summertown the lead, so they have come back from a 7-point deficit, and they lead by 1 with 50 seconds. We've got a great one going here. Nelson can tell you, I had some overtime and double overtime games last week in the girls' game. We may have another one of those things, Nelson. Here's Massey on the left wing. Looks over to Wyatt. Wyatt in the corner. Bad pass, but coming up with it is Hoover. He had it stripped away. Hoover gets it back. Wyatt comes up with it. Out to Massey. There's another 3 coming down. No. Rebound. They fight for it. Brooks up. No. Hack foul. I think Haddock got it. The action is wild. Massey, every time he touches the ball, the Adamsville crowd stands and starts exploding. They think another one's going in. On Haddock, it's number 2. 14 foul. To the line will be Preston Brooks. And he'll shoot 2. With 28 seconds left, it's 35-34. To the line will be Brooks. It is up. It is there. He has 5 in the game. He's now 2 of 3 from the line. The legendary Steve Heyman is here with Bill Haney. That is a twosome at all times, believe me. 35-35. We're tied with 28 seconds left. To the line again. Brooks up. Got it. He's got 6 in the game. And Adamsville now, they lead by 1, 36-35. The other way will be the bounce pass to Aaron, to Burleson with 20 seconds. Burleson works right wing, breaks open, right baseline Jay coming down, no. Rebound though Summertown, turning, firing, banking, no. Putting up that time was Campbell. Rebound is controlled by Adamsville. B.J. Sharon lost it, gets it back, and now he's stripped and fouled. They actually almost took his shirt off that time. And I think it may be Aaron or who? Burleson is both down there. They call it on Aaron.
Summertown foul on number 30.
On Aaron, it's number 3.
His 3rd.
That's a big one because he's been one of their guns. Actually, he's been the gun here in the 3rd quarter. He has 7 points. Adamsville in this game only had 3 field goals in the 1st quarter. Summertown paid the favor back with only 2 in the 2nd quarter. Low-scoring game, 36-35. The other way, here's Adamsville. Scoop to the hoop. Got it. Great pass, Massey. And picking up the end with Preston Brooks. And Brooks will go to the line and try to complete the 3-point play. Just like that, the Cardinals lead by 3 in the game. They could make it more. Sutton came in. Sutton goes out. Wyatt in the game. Going out this time is Sharon.
Preston Brooks at the line.
Well, here's Preston Brooks to the line. He has now 8 points in the game, and he can increase the Adamsville lead. They lead by 3, 2.9 seconds in the 3rd. Brooks up. No. Rebound tip back up. Aaron got it. Aaron, outlet pass, and unable to get the shot off his
After
Burleson.
3 quarters, Adamsville
Our
38,
score is 38-35
Summertown
Adamsville. Back after this 1-minute local break on the TSSAA Radio Basketball Network. Dave McCulley and Nelson Smotherman. Hi, everyone, from the Monty Hall Arena on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. We've got a heck of a single-A game. It's 38-35 Adamsville by 3. Nelson just informing me that when Massey hits his next 3, he'll tie a single-game state record. If he hits 2, Nelson, that means he's the new record holder. And no one knows those history books any better than Nelson Smotherman, believe me, when it comes to girls and boys state basketball action. Massey working between the circles. He's got 21. Adamsville, they go down low to Brooks. It's stripped away. Great play by Riggs. Boy, Brooks could see the bucket, but he had the ball stripped away as the ball was down low. The little guy, the little gnat that time, Mr. Riggs, knocked it away. That's probably what Brooks was calling him anyway. Here's Burleson working with it. Great defense. 2-3 zone this time. Actually a 2-1-2 by Adamsville. Moving in, the ball stripped away. Hoover throws it to Massey. It goes right off his arm, out of bounds, and it goes back to Summertown. Through 3 quarters in this game, 12 of 26 is Adamsville, 46%. Summertown really struggling now. 13 of 39, only 33.3%, but they're still in it, only down by 3. They inbound it to Burleson. Burleson in trouble, and now he calls a timeout. Forced to call the timeout because he was double teamed in the corner. 38-35, a local, well, no, it's a network break. We'll be back right after this on the TSSAA Radio Basketball Network. From the Boys State Tournament in Murfreesboro. We had a lot of fun last week, and that fun continues this week with exciting boys basketball. Congratulations to all those winners of last week. Down low, Aaron wheeling, dealing. No, it came out, but he's fouled. Never really went in. It just went on the front rim and then elected to come back toward us instead of going the other way. And the foul is on Adamsville. It will be on Hoover. That is his second foul. And to the line will be Jeremy Aaron. He's 3 of 3 from the line. He has 13. He leads Summertown in scoring. In the air, got it. 14 of the game. The All-Stater Burleson has been held to 10. They've done an outstanding job here on him in the second half. He only has 2 points in the second half. Adamsville, a great defensive scheme of things. The next one by Aaron is up. It is there. It's a 1-point game. 38-37, 7:09. Could go either way, folks. I don't know who to tell you who has the upper hand, although Adamsville has played much better in the second half. Here's Brooks on the left wing. Brooks moving in. Preston Brooks stopping, hopping, tough shot, no. Rebound is controlled by Aaron. That was a tough shot, but Big Preston made a good run at it, but it wouldn't go. The other way, here is Burleson across the timeline. Burleson will be met by Wyatt out there. Looks like a 1-2-2. They're actually going to let Wyatt go wherever Burleson goes. Dangerous pass to Riggs, back to Burleson. Burleson moves in, cross-court pass. Here's the shot by Haddock. It is up, back rim, no. Rebound, though, controlled by Summertown. Faking, putting it back over the end. Tough shot is John Campbell. He has 8. And just like that, it is now, here's the steal by Burleson. 39-38, Burleson to Riggs, layup there. And just like that, Summertown has taken a 3-point lead. My, oh, my. Boy, oh, boy, what a turn of events that time. Adamsville, a couple of sloppy turnovers there. And now Joe North wants a timeout. Timeout of the court. From a 3-point deficit at the end of 3, Summertown leads by 3. Back on the network break on the TSSAA Radio State Basketball Network. some annual fee. The first travel card is just one of the many privileges you get with First Priority Banking. First Priority Banking and the first travel card, more ways. First Tennessee Bank is here for you. But Nelson, this one really turned. It's been a game of streaks back and forth, and at the moment it's Summertown in the middle of one of their streaks. They lead this game 41-38. Adamsville had the upper hand in the quarter, but just like that, it's back in Summertown's hands now. Adamsville working it with it to our right. Here's Massey, who has 7 threes in this game. Hoover on the right wing. They look inside to Sutton out there. There's Massey, a three to tie the game. Got it! He has just tied a state record for most threes in one game with 8. And Massey has knocked it in, and it's tied at 41. Well, Joe North with a good timeout that time, I thought. And he got the shot he wanted from the gun, from the right arm of one Seth Massey. And he's tied that state record. Boy, he's a great shooter. All-American looking kid. Here's Burleson working with it, right wing. Anyone's game now. Here's Riggs with it between the circles. Back to Burleson, the All-Stater. Burleson dogged out there by Brooks. They've done a great job on him, just making him work for everything. On the in the left corner is Riggs. Back to Burleson. Sutton comes out, applies a little defensive pressure in the corner to Riggs. Back to Burleson, working between the circles. We're tied at 41 with 5:18. Burleson out to Riggs. There's the three coming down left wing, front rim, no. Rebound, B.J. Sharon of Adamsville. And now the Cardinals have a chance to take the lead back. 5:09 left here in this fourth quarter. In this third game of the AAA or the single A division. Here's Hoover moving in. Stopping, popping, rim, no. Rebound, B.J. Sharon gets it, turns, fires, got it, B.J. Sharon. Sharon, he's got 3 of the game, and it's 43-41. So just like that, 5 unanswered points after Joe's timeout. The other way will be Summertown. Out to Burleson. Had the 3, didn't take it. Works inside to Aaron. Cross-court pass to Riggs. Back down inside, they flip it. Here's Aaron moving in, banking it up. Come out. Rebound, Alonzo Sutton. Boy, they did a good job that time. Aaron did, but it wouldn't go down. The other way will be Hoover. Joe North holds up a couple, 2 or 3 fingers and said, this is the play I want. 4:20 left in the game. 43-41. Adamsville by 2. Here's the steal by Burleson. Bad pass by Hoover. Burleson will move in. The ball game is tied at 43. It has been the Summertown defense that has kept them in this game after shooting down in the 30s, actually 33% through 3 quarters. They've come up with several big turnovers that have led to buckets. Hoover the other way. Hoover looking. They've got Haddock down there. Here's the bad pass. That is Matt Hoover's second consecutive bad pass. And Burleson with it now. Down to 3:50 in the game. We're tied at 43. And Joe is down on both knees across the way. Meanwhile, Gene McBee up directing traffic across the way. And now it will be Burleson pulling it out. Joe says, come out of there, let's go. And looks like they're going to match up man-to-man here in a minute. Here's Riggs. They just extended. They've got Brooks on Burleson wherever he goes. They've done an outstanding job on him, holding him to 4 in the second half. Here's Haddock with it. Haddock moving on the right wing, had it knocked away. Now Gene McBee did not like what he saw, so he calls a timeout. 3:28 in the game. We're tied at 43. Don't dare go anywhere. We'll be back in this Adamsville Summertown treat for you right after this on the TSSAA Radio Basketball Network. But at the moment, his ball club still matched up. And it's 43-43 with 3:24 left here. Burleson working with it between the circles. On the left wing working with it is Haddock. Haddock on the right wing to Riggs. Riggs moving in. Riggs down low. Bad pass. Knocked away. They come up with it. Riggs comes up with it. Great play there by the little guy. And now the ball goes right off the shoulder of Aaron. That's the proper call. And it goes back over now to Adamsville. Well, the Cardinals played the great defense that time. Sutton walking back up the court here. Big Alonzo is happy just to be back in there. He has 4 fouls in this game, and he could be the big hero. You never know. He's a great player inside. But here's the player that's been the big one for Adamsville, Massey. Massey working with it out to Brooks. And now the defense by both teams very, very intense. We hit the 3-minute mark of this game. Who's going to win it? Who's going to move on? The winner of this one will play Friday at 12:45 against the Peabody Good Pasture winner. Here's Sutton, right baseline, Jay. Yes, I told you, folks, he's awfully tough. He's not had a great game, but in that case, he comes up with a big bucket, and it's 45-43. Adamsville by 2. Big possession now. Every possession is very big the rest of this game. Burleson on the left wing. The Eagles down by 2. The Cardinals trying to hold them at bay. It's been a game of one team getting hot and then the other coming right back. Burleson, long three, no. Hoover rebound. Big board there by big Matt Hoover. And now Joe says, Joe pats the top of his head. That looks like a new dance over there. Across the timeline is Hoover. Left wing pass, working with it now is Sharon. Cross-court pass to Sutton. Sutton looking in, nothing there. 2:13 left in this contest, 45-43. Massey with 8 threes has tied the single-game record in the state tournament for most threes in one contest. He has it working out front. I would not think he'd take a three here. Here's a bad pass. Knocked out. Brooks comes up with it, and now Aaron may have fouled him. I think he did. Aaron getting there on the deflection, but then when he went to fight for the loose ball, it did appear that he curled him. And over the limit is Summertown. That's number 4 on Aaron. And to the line will be Brooks. Preston Brooks tonight, or this afternoon's been to the line 4 times. He's hit 3. And his team will work there, or he will work there, up by 2. Brooks up, rims, no. Hoover sneaks in, rebounds. Back up, yes, now Hoover. What a big play there by Matt Hoover, as he has 7 after the Brooks free throw miss. It's 47-43, a minute 49 the other way. Here's the layup, and it's there. And that's John Campbell putting it in. He's got 10. Well, a long way to go for the Cardinals. They lead by 2 with the ball with a minute 40, a minute 39. Hoover across the timeline. Big Matt works between the circles. A great ball player, only a junior. Guarded by Burleson, the All-Stater. And now B.J. Sharon has it. Sharon out to Sutton. Alonzo, that's not who they want handling the ball out there, but he did a great job going out to get that pass. Working with it is Massey. Massey is dogged and fouled. It appears to be the proper call on Haddon. Massey is not the guy you want to foul. He's got 24 in the game. He is actually 0 of 1, though, from the line. Well, he's been putting him in from 25, 22, 25, 30 feet. Actually shot 1 from 32, Bill Haney told me. I had it 28 to 30. But it was a good 32, Nelson and Bill think. So Massey will work to the line. 15-footer this time. Let's see how he hits these free throws. Seth puts it up. No. Rebound is controlled by Aaron. Oh, my. Another big miss. He's had 2 misses in this game, and that was a huge one. The other way, it will work Burleson. A minute 15 is all that remains. 47-45. On the right wing, here is Riggs with it. Had it knocked away. Gets it back. Riggs almost walks out to Burleson. A minute 5 game. 47-45. It is now Adamsville on defense. They play the straight man-to-man. Here's Burleson, left baseline. Burleson scoops to the hoop. What a shot by Burleson. Oh, my, we're not at 47. What a basketball game with 50 seconds. In the backcourt is Hoover. Hoover back there, almost lost it. Good pass to Sharon, though. Sharon comes up with it. Here's Seth Massey. Massey works right wing. Down to big. Alonzo Sutton turns, no. Hit! It goes in. I think it was B.J. Sharon, they say they got it. Sharon got it to go. It's 49-47. Here's Burleson. It was not Sharon. I didn't think so. Let's see. I think they gave it to Brooks. Here's the 3 by... Oh, Burleson. Burleson has it. Summertown to lead 50-49. What a shot. What a shot by Burleson with 17.4 seconds left. An unbelievable shot. We take a 30-second network break and back to the exciting conclusion of this one on the TSSAA Radio Basketball Network. Burleson just hit a magnificent 3. Well, Nelson and I was just talking during the timeout. Who would you go to? You may go inside, but I think I would go with Mr. Massey. He has 8 threes in the game, 24 points. Nelson says if he hits it, he'd set a new state record if he hits a 3. 17.4 seconds left. Hoover into Sutton. Back to big Matt Hoover, 14. Are we headed to a Cardinal comeback and win? Here's the pass inside of Brooks. Brooks moves in. Brooks hit it with 5 seconds. And now with 4 seconds, Burleson is saying there should be more time on the clock with 4 seconds left. It was Brooks on the left baseline hitting a shot. That time, the bench across the way, the Eagle bench in Summertown wanted a charge on Brooks and didn't get it. Well, we've seen one big shot right after another, and just like that, Adamsville has come back and taken a 51-50 lead. We're going to keep it here this time and tell you that First Tennessee Bank is another one of our sponsors. I don't know if they're going to put more time back on the clock or not. It actually was about 6.1 seconds left when the ball went through the hoop. Immediately, the Eagles tried to call a timeout. The clock ran down to 4. Now they move it back to 5.6. And in all honesty, folks, no matter who you pull for across the state of Tennessee, that is good recognition by the officials. That is the proper call, putting about a second and a half back on it. Actually, a second .6. Well, 5.6 seconds, and they'll have the ball. Nelson telling me they'll have the ball actually. Well, they'll have the ball and have to bring it to length of the court. It's 51-50. The bucket by Brooks, will it be the game winner? Boy, if you're Summertown, I think you got to look for Burleson. If you're Adamsville, I think you got to know that. They get it to Riggs in the backcourt, working with it. And what do we have? We've got a foul on Preston Brooks. On Brooks, will it be the foul? And that only took 1.2. They're not in the 1+1 yet.
42. Preston Brooks, his third.
On Brooks, it's number 3. So that wound up being a pretty good foul there by Brooks. And now with 4.4 seconds, they've still got another foul to give, I think. We'll check it out. They'll inbound it. Riggs, here's the lob out to Aaron. Aaron will move in. He's fouled with 3.1 seconds, and Adamsville let him get right behind him on the defense. And Joe cannot believe they let it happen. Aaron was able to get right open down low on the run out. They were paying so much attention to Burleson that Aaron broke open. He moved under, and let's see what we've got. We've got Aaron shooting free throws is what we've got. The bench across the way wanted a deliberate foul, Nelson telling me, and they didn't get the call. It could have been very close to being that, too, to be honest with you. Well, it will be Aaron to the line. It is Jeremy Aaron. He's been there 5 times. He's hit all 5. 51-50 with 3.1 seconds. 2 shots. 1 would tie, 2 may be the winner. Aaron, wide of the mark. It's in the air. Got it. Aaron is now 5 of 6 of 6 from the line. He has 16 in the game, and Summertown trying to pull off what some people think will be the upset. Aaron again, got it. He knocked it home. It's 52-51. Adamsville 3.1 seconds left. 3.1 seconds is all that we have in this one. And it's 52-51. Adamsville trying to sneak defensively, and it could have cost them. We'll wait and see. The First Tennessee Bank introduces the new platform. Call the TO with 3.1 seconds left. Massey will inbound it, or attempt to. They'll have to bring it to the length of the court. They bring Sutton and Hoover back, and it appears because of that they're going to go for the lob, it appears. Massey will lob it. Here's the lob pass down low. It's knocked out of bounds. And with 1.8 seconds left, it goes over to Summertown. Summertown with a 19-10 record, close to pulling off an upset here. With 1.8 seconds left, it's 52-51. Summertown, you knew when they put Hoover and Sutton back there, they were going for the lob pass, and Summertown recognizing that, deflected it out of bounds. They get it in, working with it out there, and here's the whistle, and that's 2 in the game. And Summertown has 52. With just a few seconds left, and they got it back to the 52-51. Stand by, we take a 2-minute political break. Line of post-game activities.